Yo Joe and Agents of Cobra Command, this is Steve with a rather unusual video today. Recently, if you watched the channel, we had an unboxing of something other than a GI Joe toy. No, this was none other than a meal ready to eat. Some of you out there might be familiar with these things. This, however, is my first time. It was GI Joe comic book number 113 that introduced me to these in the first place. I think it's Dusty who's sharing one with the ill-fated sneak peek. Well, ill-fated at that point, he was resurrected later. Enough of that. Let's get into the food. I'm plenty hungry. I haven't been marching an entire day or been hunkered down in a Porsche dealership under grazing assault weapon fire from Cobra agents, but I'm hungry none the same. And this guy is apparently one of the better flavors. This Southwest style beef with black bean sauce. So it sounds delicious. It has of course come from a very, very far distance. I mean, perhaps it was created in the United States, but it has traveled all the way to Australia and it is still sealed. Apparently the seal is peelable. I do have surgical scissors in case I struggle with that. But I believe there should be like a whoosh of air as it opens. Here we go. Pop and cherry. Okay, well that's really lame. Clearly this is designed for war fighters, not civilians, because I'm struggling. It's a very sturdy plastic bag. I'll tell you that much for free. Maybe some teeth. Ah, come on, you bastard. Making a mockery on my own channel. Alright, I'm gonna resort to the scissors because it'd be really sad if I broke a tooth on video. Or maybe not. Here we go. Let's get the audio. Not much of a whoosh of air as I was expecting. Peelable seal, my ass. Okay, what have we got? Ah, more bags. This can go away now. Wow. Alright, we've got the flavor. I suppose I just got to tear into this bag now. It's got these sort of serrations, so hopefully that'll go easier. Yeah, okay, I'm not a complete panty waste. Alright, wow, there's a lot of reading material. Feel free to freeze frame on that if you want to have a read. But you are more active during field training, deployment, and combat than in garrison. You need to eat more and drink more water and other fluids in these situations. When you don't eat enough to meet your body's energy needs, you lose weight. This can lead to loss of body fluids and degrades your performance. Okay, a great little lesson in nutrition. There's more to it, obviously. Okay, it's giving you the calorie count that you would need to stay active in the field, which is obviously a lot higher than when you are sedentary in base at garrison. Okay, so many other things. There should be like a heat pack in here. Okay, this is a hot beverage bag. Wow. Okay. Still, I mean, okay, you've got a carton to place the bag into, I suppose, to act as a buffer so you don't scald your hands. These, no doubt, are the heat packs. Whoa, there's so many instructions to operating this material. I kind of don't want to screw it up. Okay, so you use water to fill this bag, and I guess the water activates the heat. Jeez. It's perhaps a little bit more more involved than I was anticipating. But we've got some seasoning, some red pepper seasoning, fantastic. A sturdy looking plastic spoon. Cheese spread. Wow, okay. This stuff will outlive us all. Cheddar cheese, but like so processed and filled with preservatives, no doubt. Oh, tropical punch flavored juice beverage, but no actual. Oh, it does say natural and artificial flavor. So there's something real in here. Piquant sauce. Yummy. And a nice generous bag as well. Definitely not skimping on sauce. Veggie crackers. I've never had any. I look forward to tucking in. Oh, various condiments and instant coffee, salt. I'm sure there are other things. Oh, I believe, I could be mistaken, but these are water purification tablets. Man, they thought of everything. Let's take a look, shall we? Yes, like I say, we got Nescafe, Taster's Choice, whatever that means. Creamer, fantastic. Yeah, there's no... Ah, matches! Amazing! Military spec matches. These matches are designed especially for damp climates where they will light when... but they will not light when wet, reading, after long exposure to very damp air. Okay, so there's still safety matches in every sense. Okay, this looks like gauze. Oh no, it's just a napkin. Just a napkin, guys. Don't get excited. Salt. A moist towelette. For wiping your backside afterwards. Yeah, okay. These are not labeled in any way, but presumably... Oh, they could be chewing gum. Yeah, quite possibly. Okay, so maybe I called it wrong. And sugar, wonderful. Spike your insulin levels a little. Like that. Raspberry white chip cookie. Delish. Okay, here we have, I guess, the meal. Mexican style rice. This would no doubt need the heat pack. Apparently you can have these dry and cold. But let's get into the box and see what they look like, at least. Oh, more packaging. Okay, no doubt you would tear this, and that's your meal, right there. Bam. And the good old arroz. No doubt in a similar sachet. Bam. I'm gonna get au fait with the heat pack, and we'll change angles a little bit, and be right back. Right, I've taken a look at the instructions. I think I have the gist of it. The only problem I face is the fact that there are two pouches, the rice and the black bean Southwest beef, and I don't think there's space for both in this pouch. It's water activated. You open the first division, and then pop in the meal on top of the heat pads. I'm gonna go with the beef, because I mean, we've all had rice, right? So that's going in. Hope I'm doing this right. Bam. Now, apparently we fill it with water up to a certain line, which is not evident right now. Whoops. Do not overfill. Let me just make sure. Heater underneath MRE holds, okay, for 1 minute. Above lines on the bag. What lines? Oh, just here. Is that all that it takes? That's ridiculous. I'm totally going to screw this up. But it says to make sure that it is leaned up against something like a rock or a rock or something, so the water can sit, I suppose, at the bottom there. So I'm going to try that. Oh man, here goes nothing. Boop. Do not overfill. Okay, I've just overfilled it. Damn it. But yeah, that's looking pretty respectable, right? And leave that, or fold underneath, and then place it back in the box. For real? Okay. People are shouting at their TV screens right now. Okay, now I leave that for a minute. What a total clown. In my haste, I misread the instructions slightly. This stuff was supposed to heat for 15 minutes. I think I left it for about 2. So that's on me. Meanwhile, let's tuck into some of these other goodies. I'm curious to taste the tropical punch flavored no fruit juice. Okay, no actual fruit juice was harmed in the making of this punch. It doesn't seem to have an easy tear. Oh, no, it does. Bam. Oh, delightful. It looks pink. Haha. Oh, gack. Swore off drinking these kind of things when I was about 15. Here goes nothing. If it's good enough for the United States Army, Air Force, Marines, Navy, should be good enough for me, right? I don't think there's any kind of carbonation being released by the powder, but it is lurid. Hopefully it's got like all the kind of electrolytes and sugar and glucose and things that you would need for operating in the field. Like a nice sugary spike. I hate it being crunchy. So let's get it nice and dissolved. I think I had the right ratio. I never liked my punch too sweet. It just wouldn't be refreshing that way. But listen to that sound. That's the sound of something cooking. Oh, incredible. Okay. I have a little taste of my drink. Not bad. Actually, it's not sickly sweet at all. Like, it definitely tastes like the good elements of like a sports drink. But I think this should be done by now. So now the question is, how does one consume it? I'm gonna pull it out, hopefully not scald myself. Blammo. Okay. Now, you tear along the second line, I believe. Yep, this one here. And that should unleash the tasty treat. Wow. What a procedure. I suppose you do this in the field all the time, so it becomes very second nature and very quick. To prevent water from escaping and maximize heat. Whatever, the water's out. Let me put in the rice, just in case I can get a little bit more heat out of the pack. Might as well try in the meantime. Clever stuff, man. I'm liking this. The procedure's a lot of fun. It's giving off an aroma that I'm not sure I like. Smells old. Alright, let's take a little look-see. Once again, I'm gonna default to the scissors and not run the risk of spilling black bean Southwest all over the carpets. We are not in the field, we're not gonna need to eat like savages. Okay, what were you expecting, Steve-O? It looks kinda like dog food. God. Oh my word. Alright, well, turf it out and get going, buddy. I purposefully did not bring a bowl. Presumably you're supposed to eat it straight out of the pouch, but I wanted to give everyone back home an idea of what I'm about to put in my mouth. Let's switch up angles again. Alright, so firstly, mea culpa, I do think I did not leave it in for long enough. The heat pack, I can hear, is still going crazy. The food itself could have done with a lot longer than a minute. It certainly would have helped to break down the rice, which is kind of still very much encased in its own sauce. The heat hasn't adequately melted it to kind of loosen it, so it's all very stodgy. But it's going down the hatch one way or another. Here we go, baby. For something that has been sealed in a bag for as long as this no doubt has, it still has a meaty texture. Like the beef feels like beef. I don't know what alchemy they do to get it to last that long, but beef, beans, bit of corn, and the flavor, which I assume is this mythical southwest. Not bad at all. I'm pretty sure I won't have a glowing review of the rice though, partly for my own mistakes. But hey, it's rice. It's never going to be the superstar of any meal, as far as I'm concerned. However controversial that might be, but this will definitely nourish you in the field. And this is only, I don't know, about a third of the serving. Forgive me for talking with my mouth full. My grandmother would be turning in her grave, but not too shabby. Thank you, Bart, for the excellent selection of flavor. I told him earlier today that my alternative to trying out this MRE would be having a barbecue outside. That would still take first prize, but this is not a bad meal. We are going to fast forward a little bit for the sake of completeness to the vegetable crackers, which, I don't know, tough luck if you're a vegetarian in the field and they hand you this. You're going to have to play swapsies or purely subsist on these bad boys. And woe betide if you're actually vegan. Because these might be vegetable crackers, but I wonder if there are any kind of, I don't know, animal products of any kind in it. Or wheat. Not bad on their own. Let's try some of this crazy processed cheese, which I'm pretty sure I can imagine what it's going to taste like long before I actually try it, but yes! The teeth win! Okay, let's just do a taster. Oh, it's got that delightful oil preceding it. Oh man, that's some gacky stuff, but here goes. It doesn't kill me, right? It's called cheddar, but it's got a smokiness to it, which I'm liking. Whoops. Eat with your fingers, Steve-o. You're a GI Joe now. I like that cheese. My heart probably doesn't like it. My arteries are clogging up as I speak, but I think that might be the winner. You could drench your entire meal in this stuff, be a bit more palatable. So yeah, it's processed, but not entirely smooth. It's got a bit of texture to it, which makes you feel like you're eating real cheese. Creamy. And like I said, smoky. Quite a tangy cheddar. We have one more thing before dessert. I'm sure the coffee is pretty bog standard. I've not had Taster's Choice specifically, but everyone's had Nescafe, right? It's the working man's coffee. We've all indulged in the good old basic instant coffee. Whether you want to call it coffee or not, I'll leave that to your own snobbery. But here we have the cookie, which is a raspberry white chip cookie. I don't see any raspberries or white chips in this particular nugget, but I will say this much, it has survived very crisp, given that it is like, bagged up and sealed for months, possibly years, and still got, a snap to it. Lovely. And just like everything in the United States, it's a generous portion. Yeah, you can see the secret right there for the freshness. It's called ageless. Make these crow's feet disappear. Come on. Still not sure what these are. Is it gum? It's not labeled. You just either know or you don't know. I don't think I'm gonna eat them. But what I will do to close off this video, Bart very kindly sent me the coolest dessert any GI Joe fan could ever hope for. Bart sent me the ice cream soldier. You know what happens next? I'm detecting notes of the 90s. A distinct Eastern flavor, probably made in China. H1. That's enough of your time, ladies and gentlemen of the audience. Thank you for joining me on this exciting adventure, this culinary escapade. Thank you, Bart, for setting this ridiculously cool and surprising care package. I'm about to be very well fed on this Sunday afternoon. Yo Joburg, everybody. Thanks for watching. And just when you thought it was safe to click onto the next video, a brief epilogue. So I've nuked it for a minute in the microwave, and already things have kind of loosened up a bit. The sauce is a lot saucier and more gravy-like. The rice was still pretty stodgy and stuck together, but I managed to break it up a little bit. So with some TLC, you've got a very respectable looking meal here. It actually looks appetizing. Amazing what heat does. I also didn't sample the piquant sauce. Here we go. Could do with a little bit of sweetness. I'm not entirely sure what Southwest style is. I guess obviously from the southwestern states of the United States. What kind of mix of chili and bean that is not entirely known to me. I'm not much of a culinary kind of guy, but let's taste it with this sauce, shall we? Yeah, sign me up. Kind of Tabasco-y, peppery zing to it. Okay. I mean, as far as military food is concerned, you could do far worse. Though, I don't know how I'd feel about eating this day after day after day after day. I'd probably just want a big old piece of steak. And I'd probably eat it rare. Not even cooked. Just because, of course, a lot of processing has to go in to make these meals as hearty as they are. But, you know what? This might even be better than airline food. Certain airlines. Yo, Joe, I'm out of here. What do you think, ice cream?
Could do with some heating.